6:30.
Great, we will go ahead and get started. Good evening. My name is Mariel Caballero and I'm the chair of the Planning Commission. Welcome to the Planning Commission meeting. This meeting is being held via Zoom conference call due to the COVID-19 crisis. Members of the public may participate by following the instructions listed on the agenda. You may also view and listen to the meeting on livestream cable TV, Granicus, and YouTube. If you would like to provide public comment, you have two methods to identify to provide public comment. All members of the public will remain on mute until the individual identifies they would like to speak and you are unmuted. Following roll call during the summary of hearing procedure, we will review how the public may provide public comment during today's session. So at this time, I'll go ahead and do the roll call. Vice Chair Bonilla.
Aye. Here. Sorry.
Commissioner Casey.
Here.
Commissioner Garcia.
Here.
Commissioner Lardinois.
Here.
Commissioner Oliverio. Commissioner Torrens.
Here.
And Chair Caballero is here. Summary of hearing procedures. After the staff report, applicants and appellants may make a 5-minute presentation. City staff will call out the names of the public who identified the items they want to speak on. You may identify yourself by the raised hand feature on Zoom, clicking *9 on your phone, or you may call 408-535-3505 or email planningsupportstaff@sanjoseca.gov and identify your name, phone number, and what items you would like to speak on. As your name is called, city staff will unmute you to speak. After we confirm your audio is working, your allotted time will begin. Each speaker will have 2 minutes. Speakers using a translator will have 4 minutes. After the public testimony, the applicant and appellant may make closing remarks for an additional 5 minutes. Planning commissioners may ask questions of the speakers. Response to commissioners' questions will not reduce the speaker's time allowance. Staff will unmute the speaker to respond to the commissioner. The public hearing will then be closed and the Planning Commission will take action on the item. The Planning Commission may request staff to respond to the public testimony, ask staff questions, and discuss the item. If you challenge these land use decisions in court, you may be limited to raising only those issues you or someone else raised at this public hearing or in written correspondence delivered to the city at or prior to the public hearing. Planning Commission's actions on rezonings, pre-zonings, general plan amendments, and code amendments is only advisory to the City Council. The City Council will hold public hearings on these items. Sections 20.120.400 of the Municipal Code provides the procedures for legal protests to the City Council on rezonings and pre-zonings. The Planning Commission action on conditional use permits is appealable to the City Council in accordance with Section 20.100.220 of the Municipal Code. So at this time, we'll call this meeting to order, and I'll ask the staff if we have any speakers for public comment. And public comment is for items that are not on the Planning Commission agenda.
We do have one public comment from Alex. Alex, you are unmuted. Go ahead and unmute yourself and begin to speak.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you, commissioners. I feel like I'm a member of the commission itself. It's, I think, my 3rd or 4th appearance. We sent you our response to Mr. Ryan Doe's comments that he supplied to you at your last meeting 3 weeks ago. I understand that he's out of town this week. We filed our response to him, which I copied to you this morning. We're waiting to hear from him. And we understand the issues of COVID, but in speaking to our designated planner, Ms. José, our project can't go anywhere until the transportation department decides how many home sites they will support. Currently, they only support 15 of the 61 home sites that we would be due under the density bonus law. I added in my comments to you today that the density bonus law is in the process of being amended pursuant to AB 2345. There's going to be increased density potential as well as decreased parking requirements. We set out 4 or 5 areas that we would like to discuss with the
30
transportation.
seconds left.
Excuse me?
Sorry, 30 seconds left.
Okay, so that's it. You've got my email, and hopefully we'll get a response from Mr. Doe's department soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. So item number 3 is deferrals and removals from the calendar. I don't believe we have any items on the agenda for deferral or removal. Is that correct?
No, we don't.
Thank you, Robert. Item number 4 is the consent calendar. Before we take the consent calendar, staff, are there any public speakers on the consent calendar? And if there are, we'll remove the items and move them to the public hearing section.
Madam Chair, Cassandra van der Zweep had her hand up. I believe she wanted to speak.
On an item related to the consent calendar?
Public comments. I think we missed her. I believe she wanted to respond to Mr. Sidewalk.
Okay. Sure. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Thank you, Robert, and thank you, Madam Chair. Cassandra van der Zweep, speaking on behalf of the planning staff to clarify Mr. Sawak's applications on file. Planning staff has communicated this to Mr. Sawak on several occasions over the last 2.5 years. First, Mr. Sawak has 2 inactive planning applications on file since 2016, and he is proposing a different scope of work than what is on file currently. If he wishes to proceed with the new scope of work, he will need to submit a new plan development permit application with a revised project description, plans, documents, and fees. He'll also need to submit a new tentative map application package with a new subdivision project description. Secondly, the site's last CEQA clearance was adopted in 1984, and new CEQA analysis is required and needs to be submitted for review. Finally, the site has a plan development zoning, and the plan development zoning general plan has requirements incorporated in them from the 1984 Environmental Impact Report. Unless otherwise allowed by the state law, any development proposal must conform to the plan development zoning, or the applicant will need to apply for a new rezoning. So as the commission may recall, we cannot deliberate or speak to any of the merits of this pending application because it has not been publicly noticed or agendized for your consideration, but we would welcome Mr. Sawak's submittal of a new or revised planning application so that we can review the proposal. Thank you.
Thank you, Cassandra, for clarifying. And I apologize for missing your hand. I did not have hand up. So Mr. Siwak, unfortunately, you've reached your 2 minutes. I would encourage you to have conversation with the planning department to clarify any further comments that were made tonight. As Ms. van der Zweep mentioned, the Planning Commission can't take any action on public comment. So we would encourage you to speak directly with the planning department regarding what they just stated.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also like to clarify that this is the response from the planning department, but Mr. Sidewalk is still working with the Public Works Department on the transportation issue.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we will move on to item number 4, which is the consent calendar. Do we have any speakers on items 4A or 4B?
We do not have any that have requested before the meeting. If anyone would want to raise their hand. I'm not seeing any hands right now.
Great. Commissioners, are there any items that you would like to remove from the consent calendar for consideration during the public hearing section?
I just simply make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
I have a process question. Do we need to remove items from the consent calendar to ask staff questions about them?
Vera, would you like to weigh in on that?
Vera, you are muted.
Sorry, I know it took me a moment to unmute. Sorry, my screen was not responding. Yes, you should.
I think I'll keep it to myself for now. Thank you.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to approve the
second.
consent calendar and a second from Commissioner Casey. So the consent calendar includes items 4A, which is CPA 03064-02, which is a conditional use permit amendment to allow the renewal of a previously approved permit for an existing monopine at Yerba Buena Road, and item 4B, which is PDC 17-046, PT 17-047, and PD 19-022, which are an ordinance to rezone from the RM multiple residence zoning district to a planned development zoning district to facilitate a development with single family attached residences. A tentative map resolution to allow subdivision of a lot into 6 residential lots, and a planned development permit resolution for the demolition of an existing single family residence. So we have a motion and a second. Do we have any comments to the motion or the second?
Chair,
Yes.
if a commissioner has a question about the item that we're voting on, this is appropriate time to ask.
I understand. It was just a curiosity. It wouldn't affect my vote. So
Okay, great.
let it pass. Thank you.
All right, seeing no hands, we can go ahead and take a vote. Vice Chair Bonilla?
Aye.
Commissioner Casey?
Aye.
Commissioner Garcia?
Aye.
Commissioner Lardinois?
Aye.
Commissioner Oliverio?
Aye.
Commissioner Torrance?
Aye.
And Commissioner Caballero is an aye. Okay, waiting for, there we go. And that passes unanimously. Thank you. And in case anyone's wondering, just from the audience, we have to read out the titles and subject of the votes during a virtual meeting. So just in case anyone's wondering why I've been doing that, that is why. And so we'll move on to item number 5, which is the public hearing. And I don't believe we have any items under this, correct? No. Great. So we'll move on to item 6, which is referrals from City Council, boards, commissions, or other agencies. Do we have any?
No, we don't.
Okay. Item number 7, which is the good and welfare report from City Council staff. Robert, is there a report?
Yes, we do have a report from City Council. Yesterday, City Council denied the appeal on H19039, which is located at 6805 Almaden Road, and approved the project. The City Council also approved the planned development zoning and planned development permit for real property located at 1661, 1663, 1665 Alum Rock Avenue, which is the Little Portugal project that you recommended for approval. City Council also approved the greenhouse gas reduction strategy that came to you last time. Last week, City Council approved the update on the 6th cycle regional housing needs allocation, and also the housing crisis work plan update. That's it.
Thank you. So item 7B is review and approve action minutes from the October 23rd retreat. Do we have any changes to the minutes?
I'll move to approve the minutes.
Commissioner Lardinois, thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Torrance, thank you. Any comments or questions? Okay, seeing no hands. And again, I'm looking at the raise hand feature in Zoom. So if you put your hand up at any point and I don't call on you, give a shout out. We can go ahead and vote on item 7B. Commissioner Bonilla.
Aye.
Commissioner Casey.
Aye.
Commissioner Garcia.
Aye.
Commissioner Lardinois.
Aye.
Commissioner Oliverio.
Aye.
And Commissioner Torrance.
Aye.
And Commissioner Caballero is also an aye. Minutes from the October 28th meeting.
Motion approved.
Believe that was Commissioner Oliverio.
I'll
Yes.
second.
Who was the second?
Lardenois?
Great. Commissioner Lardenois is the second. Do we have any comments, questions, or edits? Okay. Seeing no hands, we'll go ahead and take a vote. Commissioner Bonilla.
Aye.
Commissioner Casey.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
Commissioner Lardenois.
Aye.
Commissioner Oliverio.
Aye.
Commissioner Torrens.
Aye.
And Commissioner Caballero is also an aye. That both of those pass under 7B. Okay. So moving on to item C, subcommittee formation reports and outstanding business. Don't believe we have any items under this. Correct, Robert?
Yes, correct. None.
Thank you. Commissioner D, I'm sorry. Agenda item 7D is the commission calendar and the study sessions. And so I just want to remind folks that we have a study session for the Diridon Station Area Plan. Study session is scheduled for December 2nd at 4:30 p.m. And the Downtown West Mixed Use Plan Proposal Study Session is scheduled for December 9th at 4:30. Do we have any? Yes, sorry. Oh, I thought I heard someone trying to say something. Okay. And do we have any items for the public record?
None.
Nope. Okay, well, I think that might have been our shortest meeting on record so far. So we'll adjourn until December 2nd. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday with your immediate families and a lovely rest of your week.
Happy
Stay
Thanksgiving.
safe. Have a good
Good
night.
evening, everyone.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.